Kia ora. This afternoon we have got a few showers pushing on towards that eastern side of the North Island, but there's still plenty of dry weather across New Zealand, especially across the South Island. Areas of cloud here and there, but a dry story there. We'll keep hold of that dry weather. It's been a real feature out towards the western side of the North Island through the rest of the day. There will be some showers in parts of Waikato, Waitomo for Friday afternoon, so a bit of a glimmer of hope there for some rainfall. But overnight tonight we'll find those showers moving in to the Bay of Plenty, and they'll last there through towards the end of the night. But you can see for Northland, Auckland, down through to Taranaki and even in towards Wellington, it's a dry night. And for the South Island, again, there's plenty of dry weather. The cloud will thicken up through parts of Canterbury and Marlborough, thick enough to bring a few spots of drizzle about the foothills, but for most of us it's a dry night through there. Overnight our temperatures will drop down to about 9 degrees Celsius through Southland and Central Otago. On the North Island, although it gets down to about 12 degrees Celsius in Hamilton tonight, places like Auckland will stay around about 16 or so, even into the early hours of Friday morning. Now for Friday, we will keep hold of more cloud across those central parts of the North Island, and through the daytime we'll find showers springing up, particularly through the Bay of Plenty down towards Taupo and across in towards Waikato and Waitomo. Further south, Taranaki, Manawatu, Wellington, staying dry through the daytime, and even to the north as well. Places like Auckland and Northland likely to stay mostly dry. For the South Island, there's more cloud developing and returning towards that western coast, but again, the story is one of generally dry weather. Taking a bit of a closer look at the North Island, you can see we start off with those showers through the Bay of Plenty, particularly across these eastern areas. They'll just edge closer towards the west, places like Tauranga, seeing those showers through the morning time, and spreading down towards places like Taupo and the Tongariro National Park, where we could find one or two sharper showers, perhaps even the odd rumble of thunder through there. For the afternoon, the temperatures pick up through Waikato, Waitomo, helping to develop a few more showers across that western side. They're not for everyone, but worth keeping a close eye on the radar charts. But I think the showers will stay north of those incredibly dry patches, places like Taranaki and Wanganui through the daytime, even down towards Manawatu and the Kapiti coast, staying fine and dry. Early cloud about the likes of Wairarapa, but that clears off. As I was saying, places like Auckland and Northland, generally a dry affair, but you can see we are having a little bit more of that northeasterly wind, which could introduce an odd shower around those eastern coasts and places like the Great Barrier Island. But for Auckland City itself, a touch more cloud through the afternoon, but generally a dry day, and highs here of around about 27 degrees Celsius, similar to say around about Hamilton, which is looking like one of the warmer spots on the North Island. A little cooler on the eastern coast, 22, 23 degrees Celsius. Even Wellington there, 24 degrees Celsius as we head through the daytime. Down south, well, we start off mostly fine and dry down that western coast and in the south as well. There'll be a little bit more cloud through Canterbury and up towards Marlborough, and that could be thickening up again just to start the day with a few spots of drizzle about the foothills. No huge totals, and the cloud will break up as we head into lunchtime. Through the afternoon, the cloud returns around those western parts of the South Island, brings with it some patchy showers in towards parts of Fiordland, and we might catch an odd shower about the ranges of Buller and Grey, but most of the time it's a dry story, just that cloud returning down in the south as well. Top temperatures for the South Island, Queenstown, and up in towards Mount Cook, Aoraki Village, around about 24 or 25 degrees Celsius, but as we go through the weekend, I think we'll find our temperatures around these eastern coasts really increasing. Let's take a look at Saturday. Well, you can see we start off dry across the South Island. There's a front down in the far south. That brings more cloud. Once again, we're watching for showers forming around those central parts of the country, especially through the afternoon for the North Island. We'll find as well a few showers springing up around the coastal areas of Northland and perhaps even Auckland, catching a few showers during the afternoon on Saturday. On the South Island, that rain moves up and it does bring some wetter weather in towards Fiordland and Westland, but not much rain that makes it into Otago or even in towards Canterbury. I think we might just find it stays dry, a touch more cloud in the far south later on, but northwesterly winds, which will help lift our temperatures through Canterbury. So highs back to around about 25, 26 degrees Celsius for Saturday, and a pretty warm one as well for Sunday as well. Let's just take a quick look a little bit further afield though. While we've got this area of high pressure over New Zealand, we are looking at still some fairly active weather just to the north of us. Some tropical cyclones have been named in the last week. It's been a pretty slow start to the tropical cyclone season, but in the last week we've had 3 named systems. Now, Tropical Cyclone Ray has cleared away, weakened away, and has moved away to the south and the east. Tropical Cyclone Siru is weakening away and moving away from the island groupings of Vanuatu and Fiji, and it is going to carry on weakening and move away from New Zealand. The third system Tropical cyclone Alfred is sitting over the Coral Sea. Now this is going to be with us a little bit longer. It's going to deepen and it's going to sink southwards through the Coral Sea. Now over the next few days we'll have the high pressure, which acts as a really good block to the system coming closer towards us. But as we head in towards next week, there's a wide range of options for where Alfred may go. Some of the forecasts are pushing that system closer towards the Queensland coast, some bringing it closer towards us here and across the Tasman Sea. So there's a lot of variability, a lot of change in the forecast that may happen over the next few days. So really worth keeping up to date with the forecast, particularly our severe weather outlook and our tropical cyclone bulletins, and with the information from our friends over in Australia at the Bureau of Meteorology as well. We'll keep you updated with all the latest, and you can always find out more and the most updated forecasts at metservice.com.